Varys? Varys? Varys! What the hell is happening here?
Excellent question, Jean-Luc.
Mon capitaine, how I've missed you.
Q.
Hey everyone, and welcome to What Did I Miss?, where today I'll be breaking down the second teaser for the second season of Star Trek Picard, which was just released by Paramount. Unfortunately, because of copyright laws, I can't play the trailer for you, but I will be breaking it down scene by scene, and I've linked it in the video description below. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Eric, and here I break down all the sci-fi news and series weekly, so hit that subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date on all the Star Trek news being released. I'm also running a contest for the month of June, and giving away a free copy of the first season of Star Trek Lower Decks on Blu-ray, so be sure to like and comment on the video to be entered to win. The teaser starts with a shot of Chateau Picard and Sir Patrick Stewart as the character calling out for Laris, played by Orla Brady. It looks like Picard's home is a bit different than it was in the first season, and Picard is wearing an all-black outfit with a Starfleet insignia as he wonders what the hell is happening. What's curious is that a picture was released from the filming of the season of Picard, and we did see Picard in this outfit speaking with Orla Brady, but we still have yet to see her husband Zhaban, played by Jamie McShane. Then we hear John Delancey as Q answer him, and we finally get our first shot of what the character will now look like. He states that Picard is a bit older than he expected, so I wouldn't be surprised if we first see a younger version of Q, but then he alters his appearance to look more like Picard now. Now this next scene is really interesting because now I believe we know what is going on in Season 2 of Picard from it. We see Picard speaking at what must be Starfleet Academy, as you can see the flag flying and the same insignia used as a decoration on the walls. We also see Raffi, played by Michelle Hurd, at his side, and they are wearing the same style of uniform that we saw them wear in the first season when they served together, so this would put this scene during that time period. But the flags on the stage do not match to members of the Federation, so this must be some type of alternate timeline. From left to right, the first flag on the stage is from the Klingon Empire. While Worf did serve in Starfleet, the Klingons only had a treaty with the Federation and were never shown to be members. Given the Klingon culture as well as their distrust of humans, it is very surprising that they would ever choose to join the Federation. The next flag is a Tellarite flag, and this race is one of the founding members of the Federation, so this one, along with the next three flags, which are for the Federation, Starfleet Command, and the aforementioned Starfleet Academy flag, should actually be there. But next to the Starfleet Academy flag is a flag with the Vulcan crest on it, but I feel like the color scheme is not right. I could be wrong, and this could just be a normal flag, but I don't remember ever seeing a Vulcan crest look exactly like this. Next to the Vulcan flag is the flag of Bajor, the planet tied to Deep Space Nine, and at the end of that series, that planet was not yet a part of the Federation. The fact that we see an older Picard here after the events of Nemesis could mean that by this time Bajor has joined the Federation, but this could also be another example of an altered timeline. The last flag on the stage is probably the biggest shock, as I believe that is the flag of the Ferengi, another planet not known to have been a part of the Federation. This race was of course introduced on Star Trek The Next Generation, but really came into their own on the series Deep Space Nine. And even though by the end of that series, it appeared that the relationship between Ferenginar and the Federation was in a good place, it is still odd to see their flag at Starfleet Academy. I think this scene proves that we are seeing a timeline altered by an event or events, and we continue to get more and more hints to this as the teaser goes on. But what is fascinating to me is that if all these planets are truly a part of the Federation, that would mean that the Federation actually flourished in this alternate timeline and was not damaged by it. As of course, in the natural timeline, all these planets were not in the Federation together. I'm sure we will learn things as we go on that are bad about this new timeline, but since we do see Picard speaking at Starfleet, at least we know this is not a timeline where Picard did not join Starfleet and become who he is. As we see all this, we hear Q state that we are going to the very end of the road not taken. We then get a shot of what looks like Raffi trying to run away from something with Eleanor, played once again by Evan Evagora, who looks very different from the character we are used to seeing. We get a shot of Laris and then a shot of Isa Briones, who could be playing Soji or her twin sister Daj that died in the first season. We can see that she is still wearing the symbol that she was given in the first season as a pendant instead of a necklace. As a woman's voice states that time has been broken, we get a shot of Alison Pill as Agnes, who looks like she may be incarcerated. We also see Santiago Cabrera as Rios, and it looks like he is wearing a new Starfleet uniform similar to Picard's, and you can see that his ship is now a part of Starfleet too. He is obviously disoriented, so it looks like not only Picard is aware of these changes, but also the main cast from the first season. Also, the Starfleet insignia he's wearing looks like it has a sword running through it. This, of course, was used by the Terran Empire, but I don't think we're seeing the mirror universe here. But that new insignia, along with the black uniforms, shows us that Starfleet is now a militaristic organization in this timeline, and these uniforms actually remind me of the ones used on Discovery by Section 31. Picard states that they can save the future and that he will get them home, which must mean that not only are they in an alternate timeline, but at least at some point they will have to travel to the past. We see Rafi, Elnor, and Agnes standing behind him in the scene as well. Then the last scene is a real head-scratcher, as we witness 7 of 9 wake up somewhere without any of her Borg implants. This could mean that in this alternate timeline, there is technology to remove these implants that was not present in the main one, but I think it is more likely that in this timeline 7 was never assimilated. This change means that whatever event or events changed this timeline happened before 7 of 9 was abducted, which means the changes happened before the events of the series The Next Generation. In the show Voyager, it was explained that Seven's parents studied the Borg and were eventually assimilated by them because of it. Whatever events happened in this new timeline must have kept Seven's parents from making that voyage, thus keeping her away from the Borg. Also, she finds a very interesting insignia that does not appear to be Starfleet, or perhaps it is in this timeline. In the pictures that were leaked of the cast filming this season, we saw flags with this emblem on them outside a building. The prominent star makes me think that this insignia has something to do with the Romulan Star Empire. If the Klingons did join the Federation, it would have drastically swung the balance of power in the region, and the Romulans would have had to do something as to not be overrun by the Federation. The emblem itself looks like the light of a star rising over a moon, so perhaps this is some type of resurrected Romulan Empire. I'm not sure, but I would love to hear your theories in the comments. As Seven, or perhaps Annika, looks around, she notices that she no longer has her Borg implants on her face and that she is wearing a wedding ring. If you do follow the channel, you know that over the past couple months, I've been releasing videos about how I theorize that this season of Picard would be about time travel and alternate timelines, and it looks like that is exactly the case. It will be interesting to see if Q is the cause of this, or perhaps he is just helping his old friend out. But John Delancey has already stated that he is appearing in the second and third seasons of Picard, so look forward to seeing a lot of him in the future. I'm also very interested to understand what event led to this alternate timeline, and if I had to guess, I would say it would be tied to an event that occurred on Deep Space Nine. Ever since the first teaser, when the Reckoning tablet was featured, it is almost as if the shadow of DS9 has been cast over the future of Picard. Now we have a scene that features the Bajoran, Klingon, and Ferengi flag on stage at Starfleet Academy together, and each race had a major character on DS9. Well, that is everything I saw in the second teaser for the second season of Star Trek Picard, but let me know in the comments if I missed anything. If you would like to dive deeper into my theories about the future of Picard, I've linked those videos in the description below. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time on What Did I Miss?